Welcome to the Shut the Funk Up podcast. I am the well-fed boy, and as always, I'm delighted to be joined by...
It's Chris. I need a catchphrase.
We just started because we were talking... So I just watched the Beastie Boys thing on Apple.
Is it like the anthology one?
It's kind of like just like the early years. It's a live thing that Mike D and Ad Rock. I'm always, because there's the two Adams, so I'm always like, which one was Ad Rock and which one was they're on there, and they're like on a stage like in New York, and they're kind of like just going through the first few years and stuff.
It's like the early stuff, the fight for your rights stuff.
Yeah, like Fight for Your Rights, and then they go to Paul's Boutique when they move out to L.A. and they had all this like really cool footage from like their early shows. Like, because they went on their first tour they went on. They opened for like Madonna. It was like some crazy stuff. Yeah. But I didn't realize how goofy they were.
Yeah, there's this guy called Ricky, the Lazy Hustler. He died a few years ago, but. Ricky something, I'll think of it. They talk about him. The Beastie Boys talk about him. He was like the tour photographer for Beastie Boys Run DMC. He's got old photos of that Madonna show.
Yeah, they had like big penises on it and stuff. I was just like, all their stage stuff was crazy. Like,
yeah, it'll come to me. It's Ricky something, but I saw him randomly at this show that I went to in New York. It's like just like 3-day show. And he did a presentation of like all slides from back, like from those tours. So I was just like, I need to sit down and like have a drink. I'm like, I was there pretty much there by myself. And it's this huge ballroom. It's like there's like a million different bands playing. It's like a big old hotel. It was really cool, and it's called All Tomorrow's Parties. And like Jim Jarmusch was there. Thurston Moore like standing in front of me getting a drink in line. This place was awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I seen this guy Ricky, and he was telling all these stories about like that era, that show, that Madonna show, and showing the slide. He's just like pulling a slide out of a shoebox, literally.
Wow.
And he's like, oh, this is blah blah. He's like telling a story about walking into the bathroom after Cindy Crawford walked out, and he like tells his story, and he's like, oh man, she must have took the biggest shit. He's like a real New Yorker, like smart ass, like funny.
Yeah.
Hey, give me the fucking
Madonna
tequila.
is New York, right? Or she's
so,
Jersey,
yeah.
And then I think Cindy Lauper's like area. Jersey or something.
Maybe. Yeah, Cindy Crawford. Yeah, and then. Yeah, Cindy Crawford.
Or Cindy Lauper? You said Cindy Lauper or Cindy Crawford?
No, Cindy Crawford, the super. So she's like
that's even better. I thought you said Cindy Lauper.
So then he like hits play on the thing and shows a picture of Cindy Crawford, like shocked because he just like I snapped a photo of her, and then he told the story before everyone was dying. It was so funny.
That's so funny.
It was a cool but all that same era of the Beastie Boys.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't.
You didn't know that.
I didn't realize. The goofiness level, because everything in there when they would talk about making albums or going on tour, like anything, they were just always, he was just like, yeah, we just did it because we thought it was funny, or like well,
because that's what people want. That's what people liked with the Fight for Your Right video and all that
right.
stuff. And they were like, people wanted them to be stupid and spit beer everywhere.
Yeah,
they apologized for all that shit years later. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're sorry, we were so like sexist and stupid and party. I'm like, dude,
they talked about that in the documentary too, because there was like it was almost like we were like almost like typecast into like this frat.
Frat
and
I'm sure they're having a great time too.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying.
90s,
they were like just drinking all the time. And so, but yeah,
I feel like it was silly that they apologized. I mean, if it made them feel better, then whatever. But like, they grew into be such an influential band.
Right, that's how they are. Yeah,
that's like, I mean, that's what it took for you to get to where you're at. So why apologize?
It was pretty cool though, just like because they had all this crazy old footage and they were showing like, especially the Paul Boutique, like when they were like making those and they had like all the samples and stuff. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Did you ever see the other documentary? It's called Awesome, I Fucking Shot That.
No.
So it's a weird title, Awesome, I Fucking Shot That, and it's basically, I think it was like maybe 3 different shows that they did, and they gave out handheld like VHS like camcorders, like the old school 2000s. I mean, it's like in 2000 something. So it's like a concert video basically, but it's filmed by everybody at the show. It's like, say there's like 600 people there, they gave out like 300. So cool. They gave out like 300 cameras. And I think that was also like maybe still photos and stuff like that too. But it's a really cool. If you're a Beastie Boys fan, it's a really cool documentary.
Awesome, I fucking shot that.
Yeah, Awesome, I fucking shot that.
Actually, I got to put that.
Yeah,
in my
it's like I don't want to say documentary, but they talk about the concept, and then it's like a show a movie, a live concert movie, whatever you want to call it.
I've got this app. I love it. It's called like Just Watch. It's like my favorite app. It's because
adds it to a list.
Yeah, you can track like everything, and but it shows you where it's at. Like you type in there, it's like, oh, this one's on Hulu, or this one
did
you
you
have to
ever
pay
watch
for
Rockers?
No, but I have it.
Bro,
I know.
it, so.
That's one. The music ones are like a Saturday afternoon where I sit down and it's like it's serious business.
Nice
like, I don't like
nice rainy chill weather.
I don't like putting on the music ones and like if I or pass that, like put on the and I like those ones, like I'm sitting down. Yeah. Awesome, I fucking shot that.
Yeah, I remember renting it on when you used to get a DVD in the mail from Netflix.
Okay.
That's why I saw that movie.
This one is Nowhere.
Nowhere, huh?
Yeah. Damn, I've never
Does it show it, though?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of it.
Yeah.
You can probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
you can buy clips of it, or you know how they do.
Well,
shout out YouTube.
Shout out to YouTube.
Canceling our last
Actually,
episode.
We did do an episode last week for anyone. But Spotify took it down. For the first time, it took down there was some copyright issues. I have a sinking suspicion that it was probably my Rolling Stones song that I put on there. But the YouTube was good. YouTube's good to us. So go over to the YouTubes if you guys want to watch our beautiful faces.
And it's easier. You can comment on YouTube. So give us some comments. What do you think?
Smash that like button.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so I thought about going in and because that's one thing that Spotify doesn't tell you. It's just like they just removed it. They didn't even give us like a chance.
Right?
They were just like bye.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Whereas YouTube at least is like, hey, this one's like and actually YouTube's great because it just will take it. They'll be like, hey,
they'll do it for you.
Yeah. So that's what happened with that one. So
we'll give you another chance, Spotify.
We'll give you another chance, Spotify. Even though we saw what you did in funding.
I think we were talking about how much we love Spotify in that one too, and they still canceled it.
I know,
crazy,
right?
They're not listening.
No, you're on notice.
Where's the wigs?
Right, they're down here. California's on fire. It's snowing in Florida.
Yeah.
And
is it
the Third Reich is back?
Right? Is that because are revelations in the Bible? Is that real? Is
the locusts
are freezing over?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening
in the Bible at all.
It's it's an insane time right now.
Seems to get weirder, but it's not like you don't expect it. I feel like this is already.
Yeah,
I just thought we were almost done with it. Maybe now it's like, oh, now we're back.
I thought we were gonna at least dip the toes into the water, like maybe start in like the shallow end, but Monday came and Trump he stripped naked and jumped in head first right into the deep end.
There was no.
It was disgusting.
He seemed like he had a lot of energy too. It's crazy, all those YMCA dances, all those giant markers, signing all that. I mean, how could you? I mean, I don't know. How do we want to talk about this?
I mean, the one thing we definitely have to say is that was absolutely a Nazi salute.
Yes, 100%.
Like
if you don't
agree,
lying.
You're lying yourself. It's okay, or it's actually not okay.
No,
but it was quite obvious, and I think you definitely at least. When I saw, because the easy thing to do there for him was just to be like, come out and be like, whoa, yo, I'm not about that life, But
and just like start dabbing or something,
right? Yeah,
he's like, I was trying to dab.
I got excited because I'll be quite honest. The first time I saw it,
right,
I literally thought, I go, ooh, did his like a little bit of his autism kind of like hit there? Because he's on the spectrum. He's he definitely has that weird social awkwardness to him.
Right, but his parents were Nazis or they're sympathizers.
Yes.
I mean, he's from apartheid, South Africa. The guy, besides all those things, when he did that, people on his side maybe defend him, but the people that like us that see it and this is disgusting and like you're not like what the fuck. But there's also people that see it and they're like, that's what we want. That's there's like 30 white supremacist websites and groups that posted like fuck yeah
I saw that,
like all that shit. So like that's kind of what matters more. I think that that you're emboldening these like domestic terrorist groups of people that think that they're above everything, and they are given proof that they're above everything.
Yeah, and then
by our leaders,
and there's no whatever the word is, all the January 6th guys, they're all getting pardoned. That one's actually super funny to me because, tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering because, good God, there's just always something every single day, so I can't. But didn't the Trumpers and Trump and all of them say that the rioters that like went to the Capitol building, like the bad ones that were attacking the cops and stuff, didn't they say that those were all like Antifa?
Yeah,
he was saying that those were the Antifa. Right.
No,
he said like the Trump ones.
You're trying to put facts and sense into a.
And then he's now but then now he's partying. I'm like, wait, are you partying the Antifa people or what? Are these? Oh, so these are your boys.
Right. Everything they do, you can apply that sense to it, and they still won't. I've never met someone who would change their mind. Like,
I was just like, wow.
Oh, you know what I was thinking too? Like, you know how Jeep, like you're driving a Jeep and they have like a Jeep wave, like everybody who drives a Jeep.
Oh gosh,
is there like a Tesla wave?
Oh, is it like this? Yeah. It's probably like that. It's probably.
I think you might. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to roll the window down and stick that arm out. Yeah.
You got to really oomph it with a Cybertruck too, because the windows are tall.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, I think that might, please do that. If you think that Elon is okay by doing that, please do that so we know who you are.
Yeah, call yourself out. Yeah.
Don't be shy.
But
if you're a Nazi, let everybody know.
Yeah, he is. I can't remember exactly what he said, like in his response to it, but it was basically like, oh.
I don't think he said much, did he?
No, he said he goes the narrative of the Nazi was something like, the Nazi narrative calling people like something like the Nazi calling them Nazis is getting old, it's getting tired. Oh, right. That's what he said,
But did he say it was that he didn't do it? He didn't deny
No.
He just said stop calling us Nazis.
Yeah, he's just like, oh,
he said I'm not Nazi, you're Nazi.
Yeah, and I was just like,
because he's a giant.
Well,
baby.
Time out. Number one, you could have just easily just been like, yo, that I didn't do that. Like, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry to anyone I offended. That's the easy thing to do. Right. 2, he never even apologized. And then 3, I was just like, wait, no, like anything condemning Nazis will never be tired. Actually, like that's going to be alive and well always.
A whole world war about it.
Right? Yeah, people die. Like that narrative will never be tired. Should never be tired.
And died for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, this guy is so out of touch.
Yeah.
Like people are offended by your stuff, dude.
People care more about like oil wars than they do about.
Yeah, it was quite a Monday. Yeah, the village people out of nowhere. What was that? Was that a symbolism thing? I missed it.
So everybody,
I didn't get it.
Everybody, I've been trying to think. I was thinking of it too.
I can't.
So my wife, Natalia, the other day says, "Oh, it's because every song that they chose to play at their rallies." They got sued to take those songs down.
Right.
So they got stuck with like YMCA, and then he just embraced it because it's the only song he could get. And I was like, that makes total sense.
That makes total sense.
Because think of every person, they had like some kind of an America song. It was 99% of them like, don't use my song, bro. Yeah. And the ones that let him use it was like, I don't know, what's Miley Cyrus's dad?
Billy Ray Cyrus. That was a terrible performance. Did you see that?
And so
they turned his guitar off.
So
like, what's going on here?
I think that there's no MAGA sound guys out there.
Yeah, because
every one of their events,
the Proud Boys need to go to engineering school.
Dude, I'm better at sound than whoever they hired for any of Trump's events. And I'm an amateur. True. And yeah, so I just think there's either no MAGA sound guys or he just really doesn't ever pay anybody. And they're probably like,
the unions. They know.
And I think they get to an event, or they don't know how to plan events because they're stood in front of the band, like the village people, in between the band and the stage, and then the sound died on that too.
I know.
And I'm like,
yo, what's going on?
So
over
it's
there?
like, do you think they just are like, hey, you play this song when they come out, go, and they're like, I fucking am an usher, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like, go behind you're the sound guy. I think that's what they do because they don't plan ahead. I don't know.
That was so funny though. He was literally, just for minutes on end of just trying to get someone to turn his guitar.
He was like doing acapella. He couldn't even like clap on time.
He sounded bad. I was just like, ooh, this is.
I thought that guy had a little bit more together.
I did too.
I don't follow him obviously, but Hannah Montana turned out to be Miley Cyrus, so good for them.
Yeah.
Good for her. But her dad's a fucking crazy weirdo.
Yeah.
Dude, who else? Hulk Hogan.
Kid Rock. I thought for sure he was gonna ball with the ball.
Kid Rock, did he even do a song?
I don't know. Why doesn't he do songs? He's like the number one.
Also,
like
why
the
is
he's
like
their number one
why is
guy?
like Joe Rogan and Dana White at the inauguration?
Dude, there was that I kept seeing that too. I was just like Theo
Dana White
Vaughn
and Joe Rogan?
like.
Oh, and Theo's like in there now.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn. I was just like,
funny, but
yeah, and they were. It's. I actually don't even have a problem with like, go to the inauguration.
he just wants someone else said that he just wants to be on TV.
Right.
So he's like showing you all the cool stuff that he does, like all his friends.
But cheesing though.
Yeah, because he just wants to be on TV. So that's why he did a 15-hour, like his whole day was televised. Usually he'd be sleeping all day when he was the president, right?
Yes.
So now he's like, everybody's. My own private Village People show. I get to stand on stage with the Village People.
That's a good thing. That's a good point too, because I don't think I can remember ever an inauguration like this. Like it was, like you said, a full day event. I don't even remember. My memories of inaugurations are them standing in the cold with their hand over like the Bible or whatever it is, and then like that's it. And there's like a big crowd. I don't like this was. I know there was parties and stuff. Like I was like, oh, is that a thing? Maybe I guess I didn't know
there
that.
was like a crypto ball or something they called it, because it's like all these cryptos.
I think today's a parade. Or yesterday was a parade.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. But
I was just like, I don't remember inaugurations being this lit. I was kind of like, yo, all right, you're in. Go get to work.
Yeah, well, he signed like 100 things, so I'm sure he read them all.
That was the other. That was the other thing too. He brought the desk on stage. He's like, no. We're not going to do this in the Oval
He's
Office.
Like, oh, this is a good one, right? Whatever the fuck, right? This one's good. That's what you guys want?
Dude, he's so funny when the World Health one. Remember when he's like, what's this one? They're like, oh, withdrawing from the World Health Organization. And he goes, ooh. Like, he got so excited. Like, Jesus.
Who are you helping? Like, who does that benefit? I'm never going to not call it the Gulf of Mexico, no matter what.
No, I don't care what it could be the Gulf of...
No, but it's the Gulf of Mexico.
It is
what it is. And you can't just change it. You can't just say, I'm changing it.
It's on maps.
Right, it's only going to change the United States. There's a whole world organization that deals with, like, the ocean.
That one's going to be... I actually read an article today about the withdrawing of that one. That one is actually like kind of a big deal because... what these people don't understand is withdrawing from that, because his whole thing was the money. Yeah. Yes. His whole thing was the money. Because he was like, we're paying more than China. Everything's always a goddamn a dick measuring contest with him.
Right.
So that was this whole thing. Like, we're paying way more, and like they have more people, blah blah blah. But withdrawing from that, there's tremendous fallout. Like, infectious disease, all of that stuff. He pulled all the funding on that is gone.
Yeah, so there's
all the news and stuff. Because there will be another pandemic.
I mean, thankfully we still have smart people that aren't MAGA, and hopefully if there is another pandemic, and scientists will still work with other scientists.
Yes,
people realize that not everyone wants Trump to be in charge.
Right.
I hope.
Right.
I hope, but I mean, you burn so many bridges, and then they're like, "Fuck you guys, see what happens."
Yeah, there's gonna be consequences to all of these things.
Yeah, all the drug price protections are gone now.
Yeah,
too.
that was
everybody's sick, and drugs are going to cost more again.
Yeah, like that. Those are like such simple things too that I'm always like.
And how
does not everyone agree on something of just like, yo, your pills are going to cost a fuck ton of money now. Like that's the medicine that you need.
I didn't think he was going to do that.
Like he took away all the stuff to go get insurance, but didn't replace the thing. It's like people don't understand. Like there's an Affordable Care Act. You guys call it Obamacare. It's called the Affordable Care Act. And
don't call it whatever you want.
Whatever,
take the Obama
it really has been revolutionary. Like you people that can't afford, you can now afford healthcare.
Well,
he not only took that away, but he didn't
alone was the biggest part.
Yeah,
of it.
Right. But that's the thing is like, all right, you didn't like the Affordable Care Act, okay, whatever. Maybe there are things you can fix about it, but have a plan. You have to replace it with something. Yeah. Like he just pulled it. It was just like people that are going to lose their insurance now. Right. Good luck.
Concept of a plan.
You have to replace. You have to do something. You can't just be like bye. Like you're fucking people.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy ride because I don't think they care about who is affected by what they want to do.
No,
they have a bunch of literally. If you're,
he's taking down things like the Spanish Spanish page on the website. Just like, dude. When someone shows you and
that
tells
little
you
stuff, I try to just like that. I'm like, I don't even care about that because it's like I already, like of course he did,
right?
You know what I mean? Or it's like someone said they took the Constitution down, but it wasn't really there before or whatever. Or they're like they always readjust it when
right.
So like that little stuff is like will drive you insane. I think.
Right.
You know, you got to focus more on the main issues, and
true.
I think that people that think that they voted for someone who's going to help us. Like, well, here, instead of saying all those little things, they don't care about that.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean?
And
I'm trying to think of, like, what's the proactive way to...
Right. Well, and I like that because I called you last night, and, I mean, we got 4 years of this, and I don't want to be the Trump bashing, podcast, whatever. I mean, we're going to call it out.
We want to kind of get some of it out today.
Yeah.
I'm trying to mix in music. I was going to talk about Snoop Dogg and Flo Rida and who else were at the Trump inauguration.
Oh, were they?
Also,
I didn't do that.
Yeah, and Flo Rida was like, hey, man, Obama never called me. Fucking Kamala never called me. He's like, Trump called me, and he had like a giant stack of money. He's like, so I came and did a show. Fuck you guys. I'm like, right. He's like, Trump wasn't even there.
I saw the people.
Because people were giving him shit. And he's like, well, Trump wasn't even there. It was at this crypto one. I'm like, whatever. This dude got paid. I mean.
But I wanted to put a bow on it, though, because I watched the SNL from last week with Dave Chappelle. I don't know if you got a chance
I did.
I did
watch that. I thought you meant from last year. But yeah, last week I watched that, yeah.
I thought his monologue was great.
Yeah,
I really loved
I honestly have not been a huge Chappelle fan lately.
Me as well.
Okay.
But I did like. I mean, it was he did his jokes and stuff. But at the end, the end of his monologue was really great because I thought he really put it perfectly, and it is the way that I feel too. It is my sentiment. And he basically he looked into the camera and talking to the president Donald Trump, and he said to him, he's like, "Yo, we're all counting on you.
Yeah.
Do better than last time." And he said, "We all got to do better." And I fully wholeheartedly agree with them.
Yeah.
Like as much as we like Trump is a buffoon to me and to us, whatever.
Yeah.
I am counting on him to make things better, make America great again.
Prove me wrong.
Right, I would love nothing better.
Yeah, right.
So
no one wants to see. Well, that's the thing. Is like I feel like people on the more progressive side don't want to see people fail just so I get another chance.
That's what we brought. That's what we.
Oh yeah,
Chris brought over.
I was like, let's skip the beers today and maybe go with a little whiskey.
Yeah.
So. Like I don't want to see everybody fail. I want to see everybody get better, and I don't want to, I don't see how these guys care about anybody except for themselves. I mean, like, literally, you're Elon Musk. You have the most money, more money than anyone.
It's scary when you're looking at all the people behind him. It's just like big tech, big pharma, big insurance are just it's just like it's so obvious.
They obviously bought the government, and you were looking at it.
Yeah, you're looking.
You cannot deny it.
The arrogance was wild. Just like
how could you?
These people are like. He did the whole drain the swamp, and he's like not the politician.
Billionaires. It was like all the billionaires.
Right. It was just he always ran on I'm not a politician. I'm not a career politician. I'm gonna drain this all. It's just like everyone behind those are the pockets right there. Yeah. You're staring at it. It's right in front. They're showing when someone shows you who they are, believe who they are.
Yeah.
It was just,
I don't get that. I don't see the head in the sand. I don't know how we got.
Because that was. I remember the first year.
How we got this far into 2025 and we're here again.
I know. Because I did remember the first time he ran. I did love. I was just like, yo, maybe a career politician might be a good shakeup.
Right, the very beginning conceptual part of, hey, not another politician, this guy. But then you're like, oh, it's Trump. He's such a fuck that guy. Even from day one. As soon as you realize, it's Donald Trump. This guy has nothing to offer. He's an asshole. Yeah. And he's only gotten worse in the last 12 years.
Well, I saw...
I think of my poor son, whose whole life
I know
has been President Trump.
So true.
Dude.
Yeah, hopefully he does better though. I'm rooting for you. I really am. Just it just seems like he's right now just on a little bit of a diabolical. He's still pissed.
You think he's gonna get it out of his system?
That's what I'm hoping. Just get because you can tell he's pissed. He's gonna get back at everybody that that.
I think it's just gonna rile him up. Like he needs the attention. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
And Elon's about to become a trillionaire. So.
Yeah,
he's gonna. Why do we even need a president?
Trump's gonna give him TikTok or
fucking
something.
Lex Luthor instead of.
It's just like you.
Instead of Tony Stark, we got Lex Luthor.
Yeah, we didn't we?
Right? Does he want to be Tony Stark too? You think he has?
He definitely does.
When he AIs himself into Iron Man.
He definitely would. He definitely would do that in a heartbeat.
Bro, what would Tony Stark do? Elon?
Grimes was not having it though. Grimes came out immediately and was just like, whoa. Do not. I'm distancing myself from that crazy kook. She was. Every time she gets a chance,
she's
always,
a little weird too. But
that's how you know it's bad when she's calling you weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Grimes is the one that's calling you a weirdo, dude, you are a weirdo.
My wife loves Grimes.
I do
we
too.
have like 5 records. I play. There's
actually like her a
one
lot.
track that I like that I play when I DJ.
Her first album, like Oblivion or whatever.
Oblivion.
Yeah, that was.
I think that's the song
great.
that I play.
Yeah, it's great. I actually am secretly like Grimes. She puts even her new stuff. I play it when no one's around.
I didn't really love a lot of it that I listened to, but that song I dig.
Yeah.
I'll add that as an ear candy maybe.
Before we get into ear candy though, you said that you got some update on last week's ear candy goat.
Yeah. So
did you
remember
figure out,
where did you think they were from?
I think I said Australia.
Right. So, and I think
only just because I feel like
I don't know.
all the good. I feel like all good rock and roll bands right now are all from Australia.
I think I said Sweden, so you can go back and listen, and they are Swedish alternative experimental fusion, and experimental fusion music group from
Stockholm.
Korpilombolo.
That's the name of the town.
Korpilombolo.
Korpilombolo,
bro. Norrbotten County, which is a history of voodoo worship.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they're anonymous. They have no listing of any members.
Nothing. There's even like they don't even like a what they
7-piece band performs wearing masks and costumes, with each of the band members remaining anonymous.
Oh, they even do it live too, huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen videos of them dressed up, and I thought it was maybe just for the video, but I guess they always do that. Yeah, they wear like
yeah, let me see.
Kind of like, I don't know, Indian, for lack of a better word,
I'll put the picture up right here. Yeah. For any of the YouTube watchers,
it's crazy.
I added it. I figured out how to.
Oh yeah,
I'm so excited. I was so excited when I
just saw a video last night. I can't remember, Tommy G. You ever watch that guy on YouTube?
Wait,
Big Dogs Gotta Eat, and he interviews like gangs and shit. He's like. Like a muscly kind of white dude, but he does really good interviews. He goes like into crazy shits in the streets, but he's like, hey, hit this link here, and didn't do it. And that's like his sign out of his YouTube is always that clip of like where to like go look at his merch or whatever. And he does that thing, and there's no boxes. And I'm like, you idiot! You used that 100 times, and you never did the dumb box. Like,
I'm gonna start playing with it because
it's funny. I think when it adds something to the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna start playing with it. I'm gonna see if we can get like video, like when we're talking about videos and stuff. But yeah.
And then so that would go, and I was like, I remember I heard it on. I thought it was a movie, but I think it was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You ever watch the Grand Tour, which is like the English guys, the car dudes?
The two English guys.
Shit. Yeah.
What's it called?
Well, the Grand Tour.
Is it called like Gear something or
Top Gear?
Top Gear.
Top Gear is the original show, and then there's one called the Grand Tour where they go to like Africa and they have like, I have this car, and they try to like drive across Africa or some shit.
Oh, okay.
It's cool, and they like go to Iceland, and it's awesome. But it was on one of those episodes. Like I think that guy James May is like into cool music, even though he's not. Seems like
is your whole family big car people?
No. Me and my brother. I mean, my mom always had.
I'm about to say, did your dad?
My dad never had he had just like a truck or like, he never had like anything that would stand out. Oh, he had my friends gave us an old Scout International. Kind of looks like like the old Broncos that are just like a truck bed and like. It's just like a little Jeep looking thing, like a Scout International. They make farm equipment.
Okay.
Also.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's a little like old like 70s Jeep. So we had that, and like for my friends, and he drove that for a while. And I remember like the door would open when you were turning, we'd go flying out and shit. Like, there was this old beater, but it was cool. Yeah. So he's like, So I learned how to kind of drive stick on that too a little bit. That was cool.
I do not know how to drive stick.
No,
I would be.
I prefer
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
I would be fucked.
Oh yeah, I never. Yeah.
That's always like my nightmare. Is like the zombie apocalypse hits and the only car that has like remaining gas in its stick, and I'm like, I can't drive it.
Yeah.
I just blow the. I
no
just burn
concept
the clutch.
at all. It's pretty. I mean,
I did it one time when I was like.
It's probably
16.
easier to learn as an adult. Maybe I don't know. It's once you get the concept down, just get out of first gear, start in second gear, and you'll get it. It's easy. We burn up the clutch too, but.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But my mom had like a 350Z the first year those came out.
Those were big.
360Z.
Those were real big.
The new version, not the old one. Like whatever the 380Z.
Yeah, like
whatever
the ones that was like super
the bubble
popular.
looking
Yeah,
one.
the back
Dude,
had an ass
that thing was super fast. She had a Prelude, a Honda Prelude.
Those were so cool. I remember those.
So I drove that for a
350Zs
while.
so
She sold
cool.
that to me for like nothing, or the Prelude. And then what else did she have? No, she had some Audi, but it was,
You have the little, but do you still have the little bike?
I have a scooter, a Ruckus, and I have a Honda Trail 125, which is like it's like a 125cc. I mean,
Okay.
it's meant to like kind of go on trails. But
Your brother doesn't. Does your brother do the bike
He's
stuff?
had some cool cars. He had a GTI VR6 with nitrous on it, and I had a Prelude or Integra GSR with nitrous when we were kids. We'd always race
How
all the
was
Mustangs
that? Where did
and
you
shit.
go?
There used to be a place.
Alligator Alley or something?
We'd go to like car shows at tower shops, and then you would go find races from there, like street races, and then we would go to Moroso Motorsports.
Oh, I remember Moroso. Moroso was cool.
We lived there. My friend like raced semi-pro back in his
Moroso
Honda.
was so cool, and I forgot about
Shout
Moroso.
out Donnie Stefani.
Shout out.
Forgot about
Moroso.
So we used to always go to
used to always see those
races.
stickers.
Yeah. We had like a car club and shit. It was cool.
Yeah.
Honda Club of South Florida.
Oh,
Shout out to those
okay,
guys.
we got in cars.
Yeah, so car guy. Yeah, you're not a car guy, huh?
No, not a car guy.
I remember you talked about it before, like what you would get, like a Jeep or something.
I was always.
Jeeps are fun to drive. It's just Jeep people.
Yeah, Jeeps were always cool to me. Honestly, the car that I always wanted when I was first growing up, I was the Xterra. The Nissan Xterra was like the coolest car to me.
Was it just
I
had
don't
a
know
bunch
what
of shit on it that you don't need?
it was. It was just like this. That's exactly what it was.
Let's put these plastic fins on the side that just turn a different color.
Because you remember
and a roof rack that no one ever used.
Do you remember
this
that
wide, 2 feet wide?
That like it was always on. I feel like my memory was always on. It was on Saturday mornings, and it was a car show. And it was a guy in a shop, and he was like in a shop, and he would show you how to pretty much install things on your car. And I just remember one episode,
a shade tree mechanic or something.
Something. If you said it, I probably would remember it.
Is it American show?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of them,
but I remember just one episode. The guy had there was an Xterra, and he did. He was building the car out so that it could go like in mud and it could go underwater. It could be submerged.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
like
I think
snorkel.
Yeah, exactly. And like the exhaust had to like be snorkeled. I think.
Yeah, because I guess
the
they were
exhaust
4x4s, right? It makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And he did like I remember he installed like this snorkel and he made
Nissan.
Then a Nissan too. And I was like, that car's so cool. I want to be able to. And I'm not even like a country boy like that.
Yeah, no, I mean that kind of stuff's cool, but I would rather do it like on you see like a Jeep Cherokee or a 4Runner. Like a 4Runner is the ultimate.
Yeah.
If you want to go like a slightly off-road muddy, 4Runner's the way.
Yeah.
Does Nissan? I mean, Nissan makes decent.
Do they? I feel like I don't even know. Yeah.
I mean, look at the Nissan Altima. If you see those things fucking held together with Band-Aids.
That's true.
You go to Miami, there's 1,000 of them.
That's true.
On
Still
300,000 miles.
That's true. Let's get into this week's ear candy. Mine is your typical. We're back on our dancey stuff. I think it's by like Tom Novi. Mm-hmm. It's called Disco. It's called Disco YSN. I don't know what the YSN stands for. Is that something? Do we know what that is?
YSN, no.
Yeah.
ASL.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a new song. And I'll play it.
All right. Like disco?
Yeah.
YSL. YSL?
YSN.
YSN.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I don't know. Listen. That's the name of the track. Yeah. With dots, right?
Yeah. One note there. Yeah, one. Yeah, and it keeps building from there, obviously. But
Yeah, that's cool and chill.
Your,
Yeah. I like that it's kind of like a little bit more down tempo.
Yeah, I'm.
It's more my speed.
Well, we got the Laser Wolf anniversary party coming up next month.
Yeah. What are we doing?
And
Saturday, February 15th.
yeah, you said I'm good to go to show up to play some music. So now I'm doing.
Would be honored.
I'm going back into the catalog and pulling all the new stuff again.
Yeah, if you're gonna do like early evening, get some fun dancey stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was kind of like
a little tipsy.
Yeah, what is the 15th? Is it the 15th?
15th Saturday.
2 to 2.
14-year anniversary. 2 to 2.
14 years, dude. Good for you.
Thanks.
Good for you. Let's make it 15.
Yeah, let's get out of dry January.
Let's get this dry January. Is it still killing you?
I cannot wait till February. Well, we're having a party this Sunday, and I hope people will be like, all right, close enough. We're doing our Sunday service. So also BYOV. If anybody hears this, BYOV final.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll have my turntable set up. So bring a record and we'll play it.
Yeah, man, it's fun. It's cool.
We'll have a new food truck. New to us, Tight Lines Food Shack.
What do we got? What kind of food?
They do like fish tacos, I guess, and burgers.
Cool.
And, I mean, I guess like a fish. They do like a fillet of fish patty that everybody likes.
We'll check it out.
It's the first time for us, so.
Give them your. I already forgot who did.
Yeah, did you do both of mine?
No, I didn't do the Beastie Boys one.
Okay. You did.
That's how we started talking about. It was New Order.
Oh yeah, I don't even know the name of the song, but let me look it up. Sorry, we're very unprepared. Anyway, this song popped on. I mean, I love New Order, Joy Division stuff, whatever.
Chosen? Was it
Chosen Life or something?
Chosen
Not
something. Yeah.
Chosen something. I don't know. And I'll talk about it after, I guess. Or you got it ready?
Yeah. I was scared that it.
Yeah, that song's super. Yeah, the Chillin' Droney. Chosen Time, it's called.
Yeah,
Chosen Time.
Great.
2015 remaster.
I love New Order. I love that type of sound. That song. I was not that it's. I mean, it's not the same exact genre, but there was a long time I was obsessed with Kraftwerk.
Man, yeah, Kraftwerk is so great.
Yeah,
that's one of the first bands that my kid like. You see him like bobbing his head, and then like that song Numbers with the counting. Like he's like. You know, we were saying, we're like, ich, ni, san, chi. And he was like, then he started saying that. Then we're like, hey, you know, that's, like, we would say it in the different languages and, like, teach him, you know, oh, it's Japanese, this is German, this is English. And,
that's cool.
And now he's taking Chinese in
is he?
3rd grade.
Dang.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I mean, in case we lose the trade war.
I was just about to say, that's probably a good, that's probably a good language to know, because we probably going to be under their citizenship soon.
And his mom is fluent in Spanish, so we have Spanish at home.
And then there's just you, just the gringo white boy.
Yeah, but I have other knowledge to drop.
Right.
Not just linguistics.
Yeah, so check out the Weekly Ear Candy playlist on Spotify. If you want to check out any of those tracks and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a pretty eclectic mix of stuff. And you could, but I feel like you can. It reminds me. I like the weekly listen on Spotify. You know, it's a little glimpse of maybe something you'd be interested into. Right. Sometimes if you do a bunch of similar stuff, but I think our list that Alex has started is good because you probably don't like all of the songs.
No,
but they're songs that stand out to us, and we have similar and very different tastes. I think it's a good.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah,
it's just the all mix. Over. Because like even that's what I was saying. That's why we just we just started the podcast. Even that Beastie Boys song, I've never even I didn't even know
We'll do
the
that one
album
next
cover,
week.
the album art. I never seen any of that. It was like a 48-second song, like
it's short.
little
It's
snippet.
from the early punk stuff.
Yeah, it was like the early. I was like,
and that
this
whole
is
record
great.
is like that. And but that's one of the standout tracks to me. Like I just like
Nervous Assistant. What was it called?
Assistant.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Was it on Spotify?
See, that's something I would have never
We'll play
ever
it
found.
next time, or it's on the list. It's on the playlist of the bonus track.
Yeah.
Because I guess we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm getting all like worried now. Spotify took this off. Now I'm just like, there's licensed copyrights and stuff. So now,
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
yeah, we'll see. Chris, what did you learn this week?
Okay. What did I learn this week? I think you're a movie guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I love
Big movie guy.
movies and like movie facts and stuff. And I'm so bad remembering actors' names.
Ooh, I'm really good at that.
Okay. Good, because I'm so bad. And then, but I also love like horror movies, which I know you like the cheesy horror movies and B horror movies, and we play that at our bar all the time.
Oh yeah.
And so like I always watch YouTube videos of like, people making those effects, and like I love the behind the scenes, like the how they make the special effects.
Yeah.
And I was looking into it, and one of my favorite horror movies, and a scene that always pops into my head is Poltergeist, the original first Poltergeist.
That one, yeah, I couldn't.
When she's in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
I forget her name. I have it here. I'm going to tell you her name. So when she's in the pool, what's the guy's name too? He's like a three name guy.
Yeah, I can't remember right now.
I remember we just watched it too,
Yeah.
not that long ago, and I was like, man, I'm never gonna remember this guy's name.
Do you like seeing the old school special effects or like the new ones? The old school.
So I love the like practical effects, which means they're made. Like,
Yes.
it's real. It moves, or there's someone in it, or it's a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
CGI has its place, of course.
Yeah, but I'm with you.
But you are not scared of a CGI monster.
No.
Because you know it's not real. No matter
Right.
how good it looks, you know it's not real.
Yes.
If some stupid costume werewolf that you can see like the guy's leg, you know what I mean? That's still scarier by 1,000 times. You know what I mean? Or like a goofy zombie, like Return of the Living Dead is a great one.
I just watched an amazing new. It's called Werewolves. It's a new werewolf movie. It's actually pretty. It's actually a really cool concept because there was like it's all based off of there was like a supermoon. Like the year before,
And it's modern, like based in modern times.
Yeah, it's 2024, and there's a supermoon, and I guess apparently during the supermoon, it turned like millions of people into like werewolves. So
and are they fighting each other?
Yeah, but the I watched it with my brother, and the werewolf was. There was a guy in it. They did it really cool. It was cool. It had like those really old school special effects where like just the mouth like kind of just like robotically does that.
Yeah, but yeah, dude.
Just like you can just see you can tell it's a
thing.
robotic.
You have to, but still, it's.
But
scary.
and my brother was like, the werewolves, they weren't really real. So I was like, that was the best part of the movie for me.
I just even if it's fair, I still appreciate the effort, the art of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That makes the movie better to me because a fucking werewolf isn't real. Mm-hmm. So if you see it, it probably is weird looking too. Like, why can't it? You know what I mean? Or like a ghost. Like, what's a ghost?
Yeah.
Like,
So I cut you off.
So Poltergeist, one of my favorite movies. I always think of that scene, amongst others, like the clown and the tree and all that shit.
Right.
So she's in the water. Or in the pool, remember? She slides down in the mud.
I haven't seen Poltergeist in a long time.
So there's so it's like towards the end, no spoiler alert, this movie's from the 80s. Like the fucking, the whole. I watched this as a little kid too, and it scared the shit out of me. And so like all the poltergeists are going crazy, and the house is kind of like exploding and shit, and it's like raining, and she's getting, it's like ghosts everywhere, and she gets slides down into the pool. And it's like all full of mud. It's like filled up by like muddy water. You can't see shit. And all of a sudden, like a skeleton pops up, and she like, and it kind of like, doesn't grab her, but the arms are there. She gets like tangled in it, and then another one, and it's like dozens of skeletons, all like, and they're kind of like pulling her down.
Yeah.
I just remember that being like such a freaky thing. So
how do they do it?
They were real fucking skeletons.
No, what are you talking about? Real skeleton, like real human bones?
They were real human skeletons that they used. And nobody fucking knew except for the prop guy.
Wait, was it like just cheaper?
Yeah.
I bet it was just
because they didn't have how are we gonna make 60
plastics,
whatever plastic?
Whatever,
and she said they shot that scene over like 4 days or something.
Did they? Oh
She's
my!
like, I was in
Where
this
did they get
pool
the
for
bones?
4
Did they
days.
say? They
So,
say
yeah,
like
so the-
China, like
Yeah, so the
because I know there's a huge black market that China sells like all their stuff.
Poltergeist, I guess, kind of related but unrelated, got sued for ripping the story of Poltergeist off. Like some guy wrote a book or something. Some guy wrote a book or a screenplay, and they said he stole.
Oh, no one cares.
So anyway, they had to go to court, and this is where this guy talked about thing. He said, I acquired a number of actual biological surgical skeletons, and is what they're called. They're for hanging in classrooms and study. These are actual skeletons from people.
Oh my!
He's like, I think the bones are acquired in India, but at any rate, we got 13 of them. So first, 13 of them. I didn't even think of that until now, but of course, like
that makes it even scarier.
And they're just like some random bones from India of these poor people that. So he's like they bolted them together. He's addressed them so they looked like they weren't bleached because they're medical bones.
Right?
Like
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so they were already like probably preserved over.
Yeah, they put like
and then
coating on it or something.
And he's like, oh yeah, and I wanted to like. He said the rubber ones wouldn't look scary.
That's insane.
So. And then there's also lots of rumors about that movie. Did the girl
say anything? Did she come on? Was she like, "What the fuck"?
Afterwards, she's like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't." They don't talk much about it, I don't think. But she's like, "I had no idea." She says that I was in that pool for like 4 days straight.
Oh god, that's
like
so
it
creepy,
took that long
dude.
to get the shot.
See, they just don't make movies the same
like
anymore. That's actually cool. That's a good. That
is crazy. I've heard it popped up in my memory, and I looked up again.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Just for that scene.
I love that movie. It is so good. That's a perfect horror movie to me. It's like the family is so realistic. The kids fight with each other. The parents just like want to get stoned and like hang out in the room and like.
I would say or
Close Encounters is another one that has a really good realistic family.
Whenever anyone always asks me about the horror movie, there's a new horror movie that I think probably came out like 2018 or whatever, but it's called Spring. I love that one, but I think Evil Dead. I go back to like Evil Dead.
Dude, Return of the Evil Dead with the punk rockers.
Yeah, and even like I loved Army of Darkness, but like Evil Dead, that whole way it was shot, like going through the woods all fast.
Actually, I just watched a bunch of YouTube about Evil Dead last night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just coincidentally.
And that thing in the fucking basement with the trapdoor was so fucking scary to me. It's still scary to me now.
Yeah.
It freaks me out the way it talks, the way how creepy it is. Evil Dead is probably my favorite. That's Sam Raimi, right?
Yeah. Return of the Living Dead was what I was watching.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Evil Dead is with Ash and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Remember I told you I saw that play?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I know. I wish.
Yeah, that movie is so great. And yeah, the second one and Army of Darkness, they're all funny and stuff.
Yeah.
But Evil Dead is like funny and scary and good. Like
right. Yeah. And it's just the way it was. The way that Sam Raimi shoots it, to me, is what makes it.
Yeah, dude, that's definitely a classic. That'll always be funny and fun to watch.
Yeah.
What other? I'm trying to think. Another. I meant to talk about this last week, but it got deleted, so I'm glad I didn't. About movies, 28 Days Later is another fun zombie movie, right? And 28
really good.
Weeks Later was pretty good.
I was just about to say the Weeks one's good too.
28 Years Later is about to come out, and it looks fucking awesome.
Well, I bet that's gonna be really good.
It looks so insane.
Well, I bet that's gonna be really good.
Or the zombies are still around, but there's it's more like you're battling what's left of society now, plus zombies. Because 28, some people survived.
Right.
Not all good people.
Not all good. Well, that's always like that narrative in like those zombie films. That's like especially like the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's always the narrative of like the zombies are actually not the worst people in the world. It's actually the living. It's the living.
Why,
yeah.
This is why we don't deserve to have humanity.
Right. Exactly.
Well, we'll find out. We might find out. See if we get.
Mine isn't as cool as yours, but I was watching sports this weekend, and they do those flyovers.
Yeah.
And I'm always, whenever the flyovers happen, I'm always like, to me, it's just doing too much. I'm like, why do we do this?
Do that every game?
Yeah, every game. Pretty much.
Like pro games.
Yeah, pretty much every. Yeah. Like I know for NFL for sure.
Well, I guess unless it's a dome.
No, they still do it for domes. It's crazy.
Well, if the dome's closed.
Yeah, no, they do it. Yeah, like I was literally watching like the Cowboys game this year, and they had a flyover. I'm like, no one can see it. They just showed it on TV.
You can't even hear it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it's always like, to me, I don't know. I just look at it. I'm just like, this is So expensive, probably.
That's why tickets cost so much, right? Like, how much does that fucking cost?
And so then I started looking. I was like, let me look this up about flyovers. And one, we're the only country obviously that does it. No one else does this.
Yeah, well,
shit.
and it's also kind of scary.
And who do you think pays for it? Who do you think pays for it? Because it's very expensive. It's like it was something crazy. Like each flyover, it costs about like $1 million to have like 3 jets fly over. It costs about like $1 million.
Who are the pilots? Like the Navy?
Yeah, it's
or it's like a private
Air Force. No, it's the military. It's the military.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Did the state pay for it? Like whoever
the military.
Oh, it's like part of the military budget.
They pay for it, and it's kind of just like it's an advertising
parade budget or something.
Yeah, it's like an advertising thing for them.
I mean, we spend.
I thought for sure
on a lot worse things.
No, yeah, I was just.
I think it is stupid, but whatever.
I thought I was like, oh, the Miami Dolphins definitely pay for that,
No,
and then
taxes pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. The military,
not the billionaire team owners.
No, fuck no. Yeah, so the military is the one that pays for all those flyovers, and it's just basically just for advertisement, just to be like, just to show off, and be like, hey. I mean, it's kind of the same thing why they do the Air and Sea show, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not a sports guy, so
yeah.
But I guess it's cool. But every game, it seems
it's excessive to me. I don't. It's never.
I can take it or leave it. Like personally, if I went to a game, if it didn't happen, I would not be upset. Some people probably love the flow.
I think it would be cool if you did it like only at like the Super Bowl or something. Like they've been doing it for years now. So now every time, but people do love it. Like when you're in those damn arenas,
only when the Patriots play because of their name,
right? Yeah. But people do love it.
You think Trump's going to change all the sports teams' names, all the racist names back to what they were?
Change it back to the Redskins and stuff. Executive order. No one cares about the names of any of these things. Didn't DeSantis do a Gulf of America thing? I saw that someone like Florida's the first one to use it. I was just like,
I mean, they don't.
What does that even mean?
They don't get much more petty or dumb than that. Fucking
Don't
get me started.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
give me.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna move. We're gonna move on from Trump, because we have 1,000 more days to talk about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Well, we'll try to.
Give me. You said you got something about. What was it, Bill Burr?
Oh, so Billy Corgan. So more music stuff, right?
You said this in the pre-show, and I was just like, I got a thing on Bill Burr and Billy Corgan. I was just like, I can't wait till we get to that shit.
Yeah, just last night, I found out about it. Well, so I had heard about this because I think it happened like a week ago, but not long ago. But I'm a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan. Like we were talking about, one of our wedding song was it called Crush from Gish? Their album was like our walkout song. Whatever. I wanted it to be, what do you call it? What's it called from Sleep? Dragonaut, that song. It's like a really drony. We'll put it in the link.
Okay. What's Sleep? What's
Sleep is like a doom metal band, like a stoner band.
Okay. I don't know that.
So we compromised and did, Smashing.
Oh, did you
Smashing
compromise?
Pumpkins.
Did you? She wouldn't allow.
I still, I let her play her song.
Yeah.
But I love the Smashing Pumpkins. Anyway, so Billy Corgan. And so you're into a comedy.
Yes.
One of the greatest living comedians right now, I think. He's a funny guy, Bill Burr.
Absolutely.
I love him. He's so funny.
Yeah.
So they're brothers.
Nuh-uh. What are you talking about?
They're brothers.
What do you mean? Time out.
And
Christopher, time out.
Just found out that they were brothers. Recently.
They look alike.
Dude, if you...
Now that I'm like picturing they're both bald heads.
I don't think of it, but if you see them next to each other, which was like the show that they were on there.
Is Billy Corgan, is he a ginger?
Yeah.
It looks like one. I don't know.
Well, no, his hair used to be darker, I think, but if he's bald now. Like both of them are super bald. Yeah, he doesn't... Billy Corgan doesn't have any facial hair really, but...
No.
If you look, their teeth are the same. Do they look the same?
How did they...
So
how did they find out that they were recently?
I don't know where I heard it, and then I was watching TV or YouTube or something, and so Howie Mandel, of all people, has a popular podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's friends with everybody, I'm sure, because he's been in the industry forever.
Yeah.
So, I guess, the way the story goes is Billy Corgan was at a funeral, I think for his grandfather, maybe.
Okay.
And his stepmom or somebody comes up to him and says, hey, how did it go? He was like, or gave him a picture of his dad and this like kid, and he's like, hey, do you know that guy Bill Burr? This is the stepmom saying it to
Corgan.
Yeah. Do you know that guy, that comedian Bill Burr? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I think that's your brother. He's like, your dad. When he said he was traveling, he also had another family. So he's like, what the fuck, huh? And so I guess like, it all added up. Like he's like, this is a picture of my dad with you, like Bill Burr. Like he had the picture, and he's like,
oh shit.
So he mentioned it to someone, and someone mentioned it to Howie Mandel. So Howie Mandel has Bill Burr on his show, right? Sitting down on his podcast. Howie's over here. You're Bill Burr, and then all of a sudden Billy Corgan walks in, and he's like, hey, and Bill Burr's like, what the fuck, bro? Because I guess Bill Burr had someone told him about it. Right, and he's like,
okay.
But him and Billy Corgan have never even spoke to each other. They don't know each other.
No, I would venture to
yeah. You know, they're both whatever famous, but so he's like, so Bill Burr had found out about it. He's a few days old. This news, right? And so Bill Burr's like, what?
So did Corgan just like pull up on purpose?
No, so Howie Mandel says, hey, come on my show. I told Bill Burr to be here, and we're going to talk about you guys being brothers. And he's like. So Billy Corgan thought that he was like, hey, like he knew what was up, and they're gonna meet and they're gonna talk.
Oh, I feel like Bill Burr.
But Howie Mandel is supposed he's a huge dickhead, and he didn't tell Bill Burr about it.
I feel like Bill Burr would not like that.
No, so he was pissed.
I feel like Bill Burr's not that kind of guy.
He was pissed, but he's like, he doesn't like go crazy, but he was like, it's just fucked up. He's like, all right, I'll play along with it. He's like, hey man, he's like, it's not you, like nothing personal to Billy Corgan. He's like, you seem great. He's like, I like your music, man. And he's like, whatever. And he's like, yeah, no. He's like, he told me that you knew I was going to be here. So he totally set him up. Anyway, so you can watch that on whatever if you want to watch on YouTube. But how crazy is that?
That's what I'm thinking about right now.
And then, one of the crazy facts too. So
that happened to me.
So Billy Corgan's dad told Billy Corgan that he was a traveling musician, and he's like, oh yeah,
Billy Corgan's.
They're the same dad.
Same dad.
So Billy Corgan's version of the dad told him, told the family that he was a traveling musician.
What did
the other Bill Burr's family? He was a dentist.
A traveling dentist.
No, but he also played music and he just traveled for whatever reason. But he's like, and Bill Burr's like, I knew he was a musician. He plays the saxophone and the piano, and as he's saying saxophone and piano, Billy Corgan's saying guitar. And he's like, no, he plays the saxophone. He's like, no, he plays the guitar. He's like, no, he doesn't know how to play the guitar. He has fat fingers. And he's like, bro, he's like, I learned how to play he plays the guitar. And he told one family that he is a saxophone. So he's playing
one
pianist,
instrument with one family,
right? 2 instruments, and then one.
He was really he's keeping that story tight.
And he was a dentist in one.
He was keeping that story.
Dude, what a crazy fucking story.
That's insane.
Because I guess I didn't really know. No one knows about his family life.
I'm sure. I don't know how much you know. I'm not a big fan, asking too many questions. Is Billy? Because Bill Burr's from Boston. Yeah. Bill Burr's Boston. Is Corgan? Do we know where he's from?
Chicago, I think.
Oh, okay. Man, that's so interesting.
I'm almost positive Chicago.
Dude, I'm picturing it. They look exactly the same.
Bro, if you see
them,
you see them talking,
especially now, like Billy's like.
I think Bill Burr is more kind of pissed because he's like, it's just so funny that he's like, I'm getting like taking the piss of whatever, but he's like, he's like fighting it, how funny it is, but he's also pissed. It's funny. It's worth watching. Funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd ever watched Howie Mandel, but I just saw Bill Burr and then I saw Billy Corgan. I'm like, oh, that's fun. Like I like both of those guys. And then
lo and behold,
holy shit! What a crazy story.
That's fucking funny.
And it's music related.
Yeah,
we're not all politics here, folks.
No.
I saw that last like 2 a.m. last night. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
My brother hit me up this week, and my brother famously
shout out Benny.
Shout out to Brokeback Benny.
Oh, Benny.
Blackjack Benny, Sideburn Benny.
I know him as Beer Guy Benny.
Beer Guy Benny. Beer Gut Benny.
I wouldn't say that.
No, how is that? He's famously known for really remembering. He doesn't have a very good memory of our childhood. Like things that like all the times.
He has his own selective memory.
It's not even selective. They're just constantly something will come up, and I'll be talking about something, and he just won't remember. He was like, I don't remember that at all.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't.
And how much younger is he?
He's 2.5 years younger.
Okay.
And he hit me up this weekend, he texted me and he goes, "Hey, did we ever have breakfast growing up? Like,
Ever?
that's my friend. That's the first time. I was like, you mean like? I was like, yeah, we ate breakfast. He's like, no, like, did we have like around like the table and stuff? And
Oh, like family, like you guys all got up and ate
yeah,
breakfast?
and I was like, oh yeah, for sure, like cereal. I mean, yeah, what do you mean we're eating cereal? I was telling, I remember, I was like, dude, yeah, we had always had cereal every single day, and I was like, you loved. I was like, you were like a big crazy person about pops. You would never let any of us have your pops. And then he texts me, he goes, I love pops. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, we all know. We know, bro.
And then I was like, yeah, the weekends, like, did you guys do what did you guys do? What was your breakfast routine before, and what is it now with your son and your family?
Yeah, I remember when I was little, my dad was he was a firefighter, and so before that he was a crane operator, so he would go to work really early, like before the sun came up.
Like a crane for like
a
construction
big,
site?
construction crane.
Oh damn, those are crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, he would be up top?
Well, not up top, in the bottom. I don't know. I guess it was like you're on the bottom. The old school cranes where it's like a bulldozer. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. He was a crane operator.
Because
this is in the early '80s.
Oh, okay. Because you know the ones like now where they're up there.
Yeah, where you go way up. Yeah, I don't know what the technology.
I've read that those guys can't. There's no bathroom up there.
Yeah, they bring a bucket or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude Adam that we know from the goddamn Hustle, that local band.
Oh, does he?
He's a crane guy. Crane
driver.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty awesome job.
Oh, I bet it is.
I saw him drive by the bar one time in a giant crane. Like they were going downtown, and he's just like, "Wah, wah."
That's hilarious.
It was years ago, but that's cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he still does it. But yeah, so I don't know, because I was so little, I'd have no memory of what the crane job was. I just knew he did that, and then he was a firefighter. So sometimes he was home, and we would sit at the table, because me and my brother used to walk to school. We were like right down the street from our elementary,
right,
and half of middle school. Mm-hmm. So we would sit and eat breakfast at the table. And
walking to schools, I was always so.
Or our bikes.
I always wanted to walk to school.
It was a few blocks, yeah. Well, it's a different time. It's crazy. The technology, you would think it would be safer.
Yeah,
because if someone would have kidnapped us, we would have never been found. Then, like now, we could put like a watch on them or something. I know, it's so but true. It's crazy.
And then now, no one. Yeah,
I would never. I see kids.
The scooters are the big thing now. Is what I see
when kids riding
in the mornings
bikes.
when I'm walking. I see the scooters are the big thing.
When I pick up my kid, I see kids riding bikes and walking sometimes.
I was always so jealous of the kids because I could have walked to my school. And I always used to ask my parents that every year, like, can I walk this year?
Why not a bike?
I don't know why. I think they just wouldn't. They didn't, because I was over by. I lived off 84. I think they just didn't. They didn't like that intersection.
Yeah, we had it's just like a sidewalk the whole way.
Yeah,
it was in Wilton.
I always wanted to walk to school. I thought that was like the coolest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. It was always.
What's your breakfast routine? Do you guys do now? So then are you good about it now?
I don't.
Because I'm trying to figure out, do people do breakfast? Is that a thing?
I almost never eat breakfast.
Yeah, people don't really eat breakfast.
My wife likes to wake up and eat
something
like a bagel or.
Oh, okay.
She loves like boiled eggs. That's like her thing. Hey, you want a snack? You want an egg? I'm like, how many eggs? She still loves eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
A boiled egg, huh?
Just like as a breakfast, and then my son will eat like a
hard boiled egg.
Like hard boiled egg.
Okay.
Or medium boiled egg.
Okay.
It's kind of soft, but she'll make like overnight oats for him. Or you just, oatmeal with milk and let it sit in the fridge, and then it's ready to go. You just nuke it in the microwave or put it in the pot, whatever.
Right.
And then, but he loves cereal. I got him honeycomb the other day. I'm like, go try this. He's like, oh my god, he loved honeycomb.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What was he doing before?
It's just like
cinnamon toast crunch,
cinnamon kind of stuff. Like
cinnamon's king, right?
Like the organic ones, though. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, you buy this one.
Yeah.
My cousin, more music news, is in this band called We the Kings. You ever hear them? Like kind of pop.
Why do I know that?
Pop rock kind of.
Your cousin's in that band?
He's a singer, yeah, and
I know that band. I can just see it. I don't.
He's like super long red hair.
Okay.
Anyway, check Yes Juliet or something. Juliet is one of their popular. Something with Juliet is one of their popular.
Yeah, they're definitely. I know
them. Yeah, it's like pop.
Are they from here?
Yeah, Bradenton.
Oh, sick.
And
You're the king.
The Kings.
I wonder if we played. Yeah, okay.
They're younger, but he was on a Honeycomb Box one time. I thought the band was.
That
was pretty sick. Yeah, I think my mom still has it.
Dude, I actually think speaking of cereals, I didn't even mean it. I just popped in my head. I went to the supermarket. Everyone always makes fun of me because I still say supermarket.
Yeah, I say both. Whatever.
I say the
grocer.
My
grocery?
my buddy Chris. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm coming back to the supermarket. He was like, he just roasted me for calling it the supermarket. I was like, what? No, we can't do that one.
What is that? Why not?
I was like, all right, fine. But
I think that's
I saw, and it was the most disgusting cereal I think I've ever seen. It was Trix. Yeah, it was Trix, but they were filled with like a Gusher type of thing.
Ooh, for breakfast?
It was. I think it might have been a Gushers and Trix collab.
No way.
But I swear to God,
gel in the middle,
dude. It was called. I'm trying to think. It was called like Trix infused. It was something like or Trix filled. It was something. I was just like,
you think
and it was on clearance, and there was just because there was hundreds
but you
of
think
boxes.
it's like you crack it open and there's juice in the middle?
Yeah.
And in your cereal?
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was just like, this is crazy.
Sounds like a lot. You gotta really love candy.
That I was like, who would buy it? I was like, I can't believe they would make this.
I don't know. I'm not a big sweets person. I like some sweets sometimes, but I'll never like go crazy for it. But that sounds like I would have too much. Like it hurt my mouth.
The sweets that I like
chocolate
dough sweets like
Cookies
a donut. No, not even like a cookie or like stuff like that.
Donut.
I'm talking about like pastries and shit. Like I'll fuck up like a bear claw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honey bun.
Yeah. Oh my god, a honey bun for
those
sure. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, like an apple fritter. Sign me up.
Yeah. Or those pecan ones that are rolled up.
Yes. Like the pecan. Yeah. See those are the sweets that like I'm not gonna sit there and eat like a chocolate bar.
You say pecan, not pecan, I guess. Too.
I say
both.
I say however the first person.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with caramel. Like if you say caramel. I'll say caramel.
Yeah, I would never say caramel. I say caramel.
However the person says
caramel corn sounds better than caramel corn, right?
Yeah, it's definitely caramel corn.
Yeah, give me a little chunk of caramel. That's right. But if you say, give me caramel corn.
But it was this interesting though. But I say caramel corn, but I say give me caramel popcorn.
Right, I'll have a caramel.
Caramel coated popcorn.
Yeah, the C together. It's like.
Yeah, it is. It is the C. Yeah, it is the C, isn't it?
Language is crazy.
Yeah. So I was trying to because I've been going around and asking everyone about their breakfast.
So what do you do? Breakfast cereal, right?
Now.
Yeah.
Now I do. I'll do oatmeal. I really like this steel cut oatmeal from Trader Joe's. So I'll do that with like some healthy granola. I don't do the
instant.
There's the really good granola they have out there is like just filled with sugar and shit.
Oh yeah. Well, you just get a plain add honey and shit. That's what we do.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
I add a little bit of
honey.
honey.
We just get plain oats, whatever.
That's exactly what I do. I put the granola in there, and then I'm an actual.
Yeah, we stay away. We try to stay away from. We do eat like chicken nuggets and shit.
Right. But other than that, if not, I'll do a it's like a good for you nature, like it's like a Nature Valley bar, but it's like non-GMO, like good shit.
Yeah,
I like to have breakfast.
Fruit and nut bar. Yeah, I'm just not hungry, especially if I have a cup of coffee. I'm super not hungry.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
But then it hits me later in the day because it's 7 o'clock and I'm like, oh, I want to have a beer. Then I'm like, oh, I didn't eat anything yet today. Like I'm at work. I'm like, I'll have a beer, and I'm like, fuck. But yeah, then I eat big dinner and stuff like that. But we make breakfast on like late on a Sunday sometimes. Like I'll just make bacon and eggs for fun, but like 2.
Oh, I'm a big.
When you're being like a lazy Sunday or chill.
Oh, I will at least, I would say, once a month I'll make Brenner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once a month
it's fun, especially with the kids. The kids love that shit.
I know they do.
Pancakes for dinner.
It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, and then he helps. He likes to help cook too, so that's fun.
Does he?
Yeah. I think back then when you're like, it was a different time where maybe people are more of a schedule than now. Like you work at home, you don't have to wake up at 7 and eat by 7:30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I work at night or at home or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. And we have TVs and internet and phones and.
This is something that I have struggled with, and I've never said it out loud. This is going to be the first time I've ever said this out loud because it's been.
I'm here for you.
I don't know. I don't know if it's shameful or if it's embarrassing, but I have this thing of, and I don't know. I'm looking for a remedy of when I take a poop, when I'm taking a shit. Your drawers are on the ground, right? Mm-hmm. And you've wiped and everything. And now I have to pull my pants up, but I have to do that before I wash my hands.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean? Because I can't I'm not gonna waddle over the sink with my drawers still down and stuff. So I'm trying to think of some type of invention or something because I can't stand I wipe myself and I feel like I got poop hands, and then now especially if I have a belt. I have to put do I put the belt on and then I wash my hands?
Are you getting poop on your hands?
No, but I just feel like
if you're getting poop in your hands, you need more toilet paper.
I remember reading an article when I was
the particles are present.
Yes, I remember reading an article 10, 15 years ago that poop particle can go through a dozen layers of toilet paper. So there's just that thing in my mind.
I have never thought. I mean, are you a germaphobe?
I'm not a germaphobe. So I guess one of the main things I wanted to ask and see was that's everyone. We're all okay with that. That's what you do, right? There's no poop particles get on the belt, right? Are we good?
Well, I have a bidet and you have a bidet.
I have a bidet, yes.
So what are you wiping for?
Well, I mean
to dry.
I mean to dry, yeah. I would say I'm not drip drying. I'll be there all day.
The poop particles are washed away.
Yeah, maybe I'm just overthinking it because
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like my hands never get close enough to the transaction. But then you wash your hands, and then if you did maybe get a little, I don't know. Is someone gonna touch the back of your pants? Or I don't know.
No,
you're not wiping your. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I don't think that there's I don't think there's enough bacteria coming from your poop to get on your clothes that it would harm anyone. No.
Okay, because to me,
everybody would be sick all the time.
There's something about it that I'm just
know that people don't keep themselves very clean. So some people have poop in their pants all day.
Well,
so disease will be running rampant.
I do know people.
Go to the bus.
There are those people that take.
Go to DMV.
I'm going there next month.
Make an appointment. It makes sense.
I gotta go get the new. I didn't know that you had. Did you know you have you're supposed to have that updated thing to travel? Did you know about this?
No.
I went in December wherever I
updated. What was yours like?
You have to have a special.
Almost 10 years old. I think it's every 10 years, right?
There's a special thing on the new driver's license that has a star or something. And
what's yours look like? Let me see.
Mine is. I don't have my wallet.
I thought that was your wallet. Don't worry about
it. Actually, mine's hilarious.
I just want to see if it looks different than mine, setup wise.
Look at that photo.
No, but mine looks probably just because it's maybe
there's supposed to be a star on it.
I mean, mine I think looks the same.
Yeah, so when I was traveling and the TSA agent said to me, yeah, I think see if there's a gold star on yours.
There's
oh yeah, see you definitely need
holograms.
Oh wait, you have that one though. You have that. I think that's. Yeah, you have the star.
I mean, I know I had to get it. I mean, a few years ago I had to go.
Yeah. Well, the TSA agent. The TSA agent said that if I don't update it before it was before the middle of the year basically, there's you won't be able to travel. You just won't if you don't update your license, you won't be able to travel.
What year? Yeah, because that's obviously old.
Well,
so.
I mean, I got dreadlocks in there.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I thought it was Bluebird for a second. I remember Bluebird used to have dreadlocks.
Did he?
Yeah, it's funny.
I
didn't know.
So
I didn't know him then, but he has a funny photo.
I do, but there are those people though that have you ran into these people that in public, anywhere besides their house, if they completely take off what they're wearing and hang it up because they don't even want it to hit the ground.
No,
I have a friend Doug. That's
George
what he
Costanza?
does. Yeah, he just strips naked when he has to go take a shit at work.
Is it a one-person bathroom?
I'm assuming it's got to be a handicap stall or something, right?
But if it's a stall and there's a stall next to you and a urinal, you can't just be. There's a giant hole in the. And also, why do they put those giant holes in the
you can still see in?
Yeah.
You're talking about that?
Yeah.
It's insane how they do that. I can see who's in there.
Yeah, you already got a shit somewhere that you're not at home, and now you got to worry about people looking at you. I mean, as an adult, I care less about that, but
Well, and
it's just such a weird thing.
I've always wondered, why do they keep?
Is it so people don't do drugs, or people can get stuck in there? Maybe.
Well, there's got
to be a better way.
I've always wondered why don't the walls and door go all the way down? Why are we leaving?
I think
we're just like that is just a dangerous game that you're leaving like the vulnerability.
Someone probably got sued for something dumb, and it's like a thing. Like I don't know.
You'd probably be able to like crawl
probably
out
a
or something.
Safety thing, or like so people can't do drugs or do I don't know. But.
I mean, I can understand like okay, maybe you get locked in there and you need to get out so you can crawl under.
Yeah.
But at least the walls should go like if you're sitting next to me, I don't want to see your Vans.
Right. And I hate when you go to like a club or something and there's like no lock or no door.
Oh, dude.
And you're like, there's no door. There's not one stall with a door. I mean, it's very rare that I need to take a shit when I'm out partying, and it's also very rare.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever had to do that? I've had to do that one time.
Not with no door. But
I've had to do that one time.
Yeah, I've had to
it was the quickest shit I ever took.
Oh yeah.
You're squeezing.
I had to do one with no lock, but not with no door.
Oh yeah, I had to do one. It was the handicap one was no door.
Oh man.
And I mean, obviously I had to go. And
oh man, one time we went.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, that's when you need.
When someone came in, but the handicap cell was all the way at the end.
Yeah.
So he never came all the way down. He didn't even know I was in there because when that door opened, I went like I was like a church mouse. I was like,
that's the worst.
I had to like be quiet, and then as soon as he like left, just wipe out,
bro. That's a terrible situation. We did that one time. We went to Bimini Bay.
Oh yeah, have you been there since the recent updates?
So
they knocked a hole in the wall.
So I used to go to the Bimini Bay
bathroom
when it was in its original location.
Oh,
this is its second location.
Yes, I knew that.
So we used to go when it was like a biker bar. Maybe it still is, but
was it over by the
where Miss Q is, I think.
Yes.
Prospect.
I was just about to say yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it was a warehouse.
That's what everyone says.
And like a convenience store cooler behind the bar. It was like a triangle, like a rectangle bar, TVs everywhere. If anybody's, I guess if you don't know what the Bimini Bay bar is,
explain it to
them. It's basically like strippers that work, as bartenders and known to maybe do other things.
Yeah.
And they're usually playing movies of their
back in the day. The person bartending their porn videos. Now they just play porn.
Maybe not. Yeah, but back
in the day it was them. That was
they're like,
that was
her. This is me.
Yeah,
it was crazy. And then
they used to shoot ping pong balls. Now,
well, they didn't. I never saw them shoot ping pong balls. It's like
my dad says he remembers that.
There was a ping pong ball thing. So we went. I'll tell you the ping pong ball thing. So we went in one day. My friend's like, "You got to go here." I'm like, "All right." I think I went 3 times to the original one.
Right.
Because you just bring people there, and it's not like you want to hang out there.
Yeah, it's an experience.
It's not, and we were 22 years old. It was very scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bikers. It was like the outlaws.
Yeah, it's
local,
gnarly people.
Yeah, one of the local bike gangs, whatever, is the outlaws. And it was like a hangout, and you would go, and they'd be like, all right. And they would just let you in the door. And then you're like, oh, and then you're like, it was just disgusting. The place is disgusting. There's like outlaws, like, graffiti everywhere, and like the dudes in the bar like laughing at you, and like just because we were so out of place,
Yeah.
And we just thought it was funny. Like, so we're throwing back Bud Heavies, just drinking. It's like $2 Bud.
I feel like that's what everyone drinks.
Yeah, $2 Bud Heavy, and then like they're reaching into a cooler and giving it to you.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there like eating peanuts, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm eating peanuts. That fucking like you don't even realize that you're eating like the mixed nuts off the grossest bar in the fucking world. God. And then I remember the bathrooms were gross. The original one that had no doors in the bathroom either. And then the girls are like, someone was like, oh, we got to play cooter ball. And we're like, what the fuck is cooter ball? So we're thinking the same thing you're thinking, is like ping pong balls,
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's like what every person hears. I don't even know. Is that even? I'm sure it's a real thing. I guess I have seen that in a real life, not in real life, but on video.
I've seen on video. Yeah, I've seen.
So we're like, okay, whatever. So the girl would be. She was definitely topless, maybe fully nude, sitting on a bar stool with a highball glass, like a short, shorter than this. Is that what you call it, highball glass? Like
I don't know.
Whatever. There's like a low cocktail glass that you would put like a Manhattan in, right?
Okay.
Or is that what they call it?
Yeah.
One of those like low glasses.
Or like an old fashioned.
Yeah, like old fashioned.
Okay.
Manhattan.
Yeah, I would say
Manhattan.
Like
an old fashioned glass, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
I have a beer bar. I don't have a liquor bar. And you would throw dollar bills balled up in, and if you got it in it sounds easy, but it was like it would bounce out, whatever. So it's like you just throw dollars at her, and every time you made $1, they would give you like a chip on the bar, and you would get like a free beer, like a free, like a can of Budweiser or whatever.
Right.
So, and the guy would just stand at the front door and just like make sure no one came in, and he would do that for like till you ran out of dollars, and then she would get dressed, and then you'd be like, oh, hey, that was fun, and like shake her hand, and like she'd give you a free beer or whatever. It was so random. And then we went to the other. Now it's in a new location, and it's the same thing. But we went like as an after party thing with some friends, and my friend's like, bro, I gotta take a shit so bad. I'm not gonna say.
Oh
I'm not
no,
gonna name names.
did he?
And he's like,
Did he?
You gotta. I'm like, yeah. It was like only us there, really. You know, a couple other randoms, and I'm like, oh, I'll stay at the door for you, because I'm like, he's like, dude, please.
Did you stay at the door?
I did, of course.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because I would want that. Yeah, dude. I would want that favor for myself. We just went and ate a bunch of like crabs. We went to like the crab house.
Ooh,
and like buttery crab, and he was just like, bro, I gotta fucking go to the bathroom so bad.
So do you guys
I was like, this is the worst place. Like, I know I can't get
I would probably shit outside.
It might be better. I mean, yeah, it was pretty
more privacy.
It was pretty disgusting.
Do you guys used to have that? You throw something in, like, wasn't like, you know, behind the bar, if you made it, you got a beer or something?
Oh yeah, so we never like.
Do you guys still do that?
So we used to be like, well, none of us are into sports, so we would never play the games on TV or whatever. Right. So people would always ask about sports. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck, here's sports. So we just wrote.
Oh, that's right.
We wrote sports on the wall, and we put a shot glass on the, you know, up high on the behind the bar. It was impossible. And we put it right by the air vent, though, like the AC vent.
It was impossible.
So you had to just throw $1 in, and you would get a free beer.
Do you guys still do it or no?
No one does it. I think it's maybe.
Is it still there?
I think it's hidden. It's like a little bit more hidden, so no one notices it. Yeah, we should bring it back. I don't know. We changed the shelf up there is different, so there wasn't a space for it necessarily.
Right.
And then, but we had this one dude, Christian. He used to be a regular. It's a cool dude, South African dude. Mm-hmm. He would.
Oh yeah, he was awesome.
Motorcycle.
Dude.
Yeah. He's around. I think he's just.
I was about to say
he's not partying as much as you like. Chill
he
out
was
a little
awesome.
Bit.
Dude.
He travels a lot too.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. Actually, I remember him.
Yeah, cool dude.
Yeah, he had blonde. Blonde hair.
Yeah, real smart dude. Cool
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
very interesting character.
Yeah,
but he would always be like, if I throw a 20, everybody gets. I'm like, no, if you throw a 20, you can get like a bomber.
Yeah.
Because like hopefully, because he would miss 20s a lot, but he also made a lot of 20s. So I'm like, fuck, like all right, like fives.
Yeah,
but yeah, we used to save. We had a party one year. We'd use all the sports money, and I forget, we just bought like a bunch of pizzas and liquor bottles and shit.
That's
like, for the employees. Yeah.
Before I think what I'm gonna do, because Chris will do the peacock. I'm gonna take the peacock from the last episode and just insert it here on this one. I think is what I was thinking.
Well, the YouTube it's still on YouTube now, or?
The YouTube won't get it, but yeah, the Spotify.
Yeah, because I'll have one for next week. But yeah,
I'll take the one from last week. Okay. Trying to think. Oh, the Crystal Method.
Crystal Method.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know, I went back and I listened to some of that stuff too.
Did you remember it?
I definitely remember that song. The
name of the game, whatever.
Name of the game that you played, and then there's a pretty good song, but with that band Filter. Hey Man, Nice Shot.
God, I remember that band. I remember that album cover.
Yeah, and like, you know,
what song did they sing?
Hey Man, Nice Shot. It's supposed to be about like Kurt Cobain.
Oh, I don't remember.
That's why I say, hey man, nice shot. It was like a real slow, like. That's so spot on that we might get flagged for that, but. That's why I say, hey man, nice shot. I don't know. It kind of has like a voice like.
For some reason,
he has like a Trent Reznor kind of voice, but he maybe even looks like Trent Reznor a little bit, the guy from Filter, but.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, that was like the popular song that they had, and that album I think did well because of that song, and then Crystal Method did a song with that band.
Weird. Okay, really weird.
It was a pretty good song though.
It was
like,
good?
I'm like, oh, cool, because it's like a good mix. It's like like grungy, a little bit of industrial, with a little bit of the like rappy, like dancey stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a chill song.
Nice.
It popped up just when I searched Crystal Method, I think. I don't know. It's on Spotify, and then they did another one too. Like there was a couple collaborations, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't find myself.
Right.
Like.
Yeah.
But it definitely harkens back, to use one of Jordan's old words.
Jordan, I was just about to say, you sound like Jordan right there.
I know. Harkens back.
He loved a good harken. He loved a good harken.
To an age of, I don't know, like that music, that sound is very familiar to that early 2000s, or late 90s. Late 90s more.
So yeah, I'll insert the peacock here. Did you have anything though before we go? Was there anything? I remember you were like, did you have a?
Let me look at my notes.
Before we get out of here, because I feel like you were like, oh,
Oh yeah,
the stories or something.
Yeah, the three wolf. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
Remember the shirts? It was usually I think black short sleeve T-shirt, and it had 3 howling wolves and a moon.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Called 3 Wolves, 1 Moon. That's what I called it. Maybe because
wasn't there like a pig one too? Or maybe no. I'm thinking of a barbecue. No, hold on. I'm thinking
tie dye and stuff.
I think I'm thinking of like Bubba's barbecue.
Anyway, this shirt was like you would see it all the time, and it would always be like on Amazon and stuff. And you were like, man. And then
what was it? It was a brand.
So no, it was just like this woman and a man, and like she came up with the art, and they just posted. They were just like selling shit on whatever. And I mean, maybe they do like marketing or something. And the shirt just became like someone wrote a funny review about the shirt, saying that it gave them like magical powers, and that they grew 2 inches, and like now they have a girlfriend. And so it's like
people believed
like
it.
A paragraph. Well, it was like it was like it was funny. It was like it's a really funny review, and everybody caught on to like, oh, this is so over the top. It's really hysterical. Yeah. So people started buying the shirt and giving it like really crazy ratings. Like 5-star rating. Oh my God, I was like, I lost my job, but then the shirt came in the mail, and like now I'm the CEO of a bank. Like,
that's hilarious.
Just stupid shit like that, and like they're all paragraphs long of these like stories. Not all of them, but a lot of them. It's still on there. If you go to Amazon, we can. I don't know how.
Do you have a shirt?
I don't have a shirt, but
let's say we gotta get a shirt.
No, but we should. I remember seeing.
I'm gonna say now I want one.
So I remember seeing them around. And
maybe my life will turn around.
It was the number. So the comments are hilarious. It's worth going and reading all the comments.
Is it on Amazon?
The reviews. It's still on Amazon. Yeah. Okay. The reviews are still there.
Oh, I gotta get one of these shirts now. So just for this story.
Yeah, and then it was the number 1 selling item.
No.
On Amazon.
When?
This is like 2003 or something. Like
wow. Just from like word of mouth shit?
Dude, because of like Reddit and, just people, just word of mouth, like urban legend of people finding that, the reviews. And yeah, and just it's just like a pop culture, like a viral, what do you call it? 2009?
2009? Yeah, because I was about to say, because I remember it from like my not childhood, but like.
Yeah, so like 2009, just that's the picture of it, so you remember. All right?
Yeah,
And so it's the number 1 selling item on fucking Amazon. Isn't that insane?
Dude,
I can't find how much they made off of it. Like I can't find the number.
You guys gotta like that. That's the anniversary shirt right there. And just have lasers coming. Just
saying 14.
Yeah.
Oh, we should rip that shirt off.
You should rip that shirt off and totally make that the anniversary shirt.
Yeah, we have a similar one, but
put 14 creepy in like in the moon.
I know. I was trying to think of something.
I always love your guys' anniversary shirt. That's why I asked.
Well, that's why mostly my brother, man. He's very good at coming up with that stuff.
Yeah.
And he's good at making the art, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 3 Wolves, 1 Moon, 3, yeah, that's what I call it. What do they call it? 3 Wolf Moon is what it.
3 Wolf.
If you look on Amazon, it's crazy. I mean, it's 5,000 reviews on.
How much do they sell for?
But 29 to 36.
Yeah, they're getting their money.
I mean, $30 for a shirt is pretty normal these days.
Yeah.
Especially one that gives you superpowers.
Exactly. That's a deal.
So, I don't know. That shit is crazy. I remember hearing that, and I just thought of it the other day, and I was like, that's probably most people don't know that.
I didn't, and for sure. I just thought it was just...
It was because someone told me that years ago, and I was like, no way. And I'm like, it's fucking number 1 selling item.
I'm going to get one. I want to see if maybe it's real. I'm down to get some good juju.
For $30, you can't go wrong.
Right?
And, yeah. That's, one thing I want to say, one last politics thing.
What do you got?
Was, I meant to mention it earlier when we were talking about politics.
Let's get it.
But, like you were mentioning, sometimes you put yourself out there, and you're like, hey, this is... we can't stand for this, like the Nazi stuff and whatever. So I've had people in my personal life that have been like, oh, that's not real. January 6th was bullshit. And had you ever see that documentary? I think is it called 4 Hours at the Capitol? 4 Hours at the Capitol on HBO.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've seen one documentary, and I think I watched it on HBO.
It was like maybe 2 years after the
I watched it.
Dude, if you can watch that and think that nothing was.
That's exclusive footage they have there too.
I would ask anyone. Yeah, you won't see. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you only see it on that. It's like they've the rights to the footage.
All the footage from all these different people inside.
Interviews with the 2 of the cops that were there that ended up quitting and like having all these.
Like you're watching cops getting crushed.
I mean, you're hearing,
like they're suffocating to death.
I mean, if I'm standing up for cops, then something's unjust. So.
Well, that was see now we're back on because that was the other thing too where I was like,
I mean, cops are.
I was like, I thought the MAGA people, I thought the Trumpers they're all the Blue Lives Matter people. They fly their flags with the blue stripe in them. but you're pardoning people that assaulted cops.
Tried to kill cops.
So which one is again? I mean, obviously, I know the answer to the question I'm saying, but it's just.
But I would just urge anyone if I doubt, or I don't know, maybe someone who's listening to this, you are like, oh, there's no, it wasn't that bad. People they were walking around with flags. Please watch this HBO documentary, 4 Hours in the Capitol, and then let me know.
I did see
before you. I mean, if you want to send, I would watch something.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I'd recommend if you're a January 6th like complacent person.
Yeah.
It's crazy with these.
I saw today on Reddit. I think it was one of the January 6 riders that got pardoned. This woman, she came out today and.
Oh, I was saying that they shouldn't have gotten pardoned. Yeah.
She was in jail and she refused the pardon. I guess you can do that.
Fuck that.
And she refused the pardon.
So
and
still take it. Yeah.
I know. I don't trust me. But she refused the pardon. She was like, no, what we did that day was illegal and was fucked up and it was wrong. I know that now.
Yeah.
She was like, that was.
I would say that outside of jail.
yeah.
Listen, so these people don't make much sense. I guess.
No, golly,
bro, just get out. Maybe it's better in jail for some people.
Yeah. All right, we will see you guys next week.